Hey everyone, today we're going to be walking this trail, and I thought it'd be cool to film and find some of the plants that are in this area that are edible. Here in the wintertime it's hard to find plants that are edible at this time of year, but there are a lot of plants here that we can find um, that will be edible later on in the year, like in the spring or summer. So I thought it'd be cool to just see if we can identify some plants, and yeah, hopefully this will be an interesting video and something that you can learn from to learn some new plants. Let's go. Alright, so our first plant here is quite a cool plant. You've probably seen these around. They're actually wild carrots. Yeah, in the summer they'll have those big white, a lot of flowers right at the top. But in the wintertime, well, let's focus. Yeah, it's very brown and looks like little stars. And in the middle here, it's a bunch of these seeds. Sometimes they don't have the seeds, like this one here. It'll just be empty. But sometimes you'll find the clusters in them. They look pretty cool. So, yeah, they're pretty long, splitting out, and very smooth. A bit rigid, like lines coming down. Yeah, it's very cool. It's gonna have a carrot at the bottom when it's time to eat. So I'll definitely try these when they're ready. So right here we have some cattails. Cattails are actually really edible, and yeah, they're just a easy to identify plant. They have these big hot dog looking things at the top. Right now there's like fluff coming out, you can see it. You pick at it, start coming off. Cattails are known to be good as tinder, but I found that it's not all the time that this stuff is good to light up, so just try for yourself. And yeah, they have a long, nice stalk. It's all the way down on the ground. You can dig these up at certain times of the year with a big root, and those would be edible. So this is a nice plant to know. Cattails, and yeah, they're really, once you find one, there's quite a few, and they're very nutritious. So up here on this hill, got the thistles. You've probably seen a lot of these around. These will probably be a few years old at this point. But when, I'm not sure if they're edible like this, but when they're younger on the ground, those very spiky leaves, usually find them on those lawns. They'd be edible then. But when they're older, I know that, see these long, very spiky but very long, and they're actually, these stems, these are actually good for hand drills. I've been using them recently. Yeah, they're a soft wood, so they'll work pretty nice like that. Not the best, but you know, they work. So right beside the thistles, we have a bunch of goldenrod. I'm actually not sure if they're edible or not, but I thought it'd be cool to put these in here. You'll notice them very easily because of these grayish, fluffy flower tops, and they're long stems. The stems are really rigid because of the leaves that, you know, would be on them. But in the winter, they all fall off and they leave these little prickly things. So these are goldenrods. You can also notice them by these weird bulbs that come off. Yeah, if you see these, you'll know the goldenrods are nearby. And yeah, they're pretty weird looking things. Right over here we have some burdocks, or burrs. They're the things that get stuck on your clothing. burdocks actually are edible. So not these ones. These are a few years old. But if you get year one burdocks, they're gonna be low to the ground, massive leaves. And so if you can find these burdocks, you'll probably find the year one burdocks right on the ground with them. When spring comes. So be aware of that. Oops. Be aware of that. If you dig out the burdock when it's at year one, you're gonna find a massive tuber in the ground, and those are actually edible. So yeah, look around for these guys. Right over here we have a high cranberry tree. Now these actually can be edible right now in winter. They're not too good though. Yeah, you'll notice them by their grouped, a bunch of berries. They'll come out in little bunches, hanging down like this. And yeah, they'll be red. Some of them will get really dark, which probably wouldn't want to eat those. But yeah, every time I've eaten this, it tastes quite foul, but it is edible. I've only eaten it recently, so I'm sure there's more ways to try it. But yeah, high cranberries. That's what the rest of the tree looks like. Looks like quite a mess actually, because I think other plants are growing here. Smooth bark. And yeah, they have quite the foul smell if you go near them. So try it out, and you'll see. So here, this is just a better specimen of the goldenrod than before. But this next plant I want to show you is the milkweed. Yeah, these plants, they have these big things. And if you look inside, sometimes they'll actually have the ovum still there. That can be used as a timber if you char it in a tin. So that's pretty useful in themselves. But this plant also has natural cordage. So if you peel it back, I'll be doing a video on that soon. So if you want to look up for that, let's grab these ovums all we can. I have a whole tin of them at home. But milkweeds are actually edible in the summertime, so they're not actually poisonous. I think a lot of people have heard they're poisonous, but they're not. So yeah, milkweeds. So thanks for watching this video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed and learned a little bit about some new plants. Yeah, if we can go around at this winter time and locate the plants that we know that will be edible later on, so that when spring comes, when summer comes, we know where these plants are and we can go to them and eat. So yeah, hopefully this becomes a great resource and that you can mark down in your notes where these plants are in your area, and yeah, there'll just be some free food later on in the year. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.